Hello and welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you've been here before. My name is Kitty and I'm here to give you the tools you need to be a consistent, efficient, conscious manifestor. In this video, we're going to talk about thanking your negative circumstances. Now, why would we thank our negative circumstances? Is it because the trials and tribulations of life have made you into the person you are today, and the things that go wrong make us stronger as we fight through them? What they do. I am grateful for the things that have happened in my life, even the negative things, because without them, I would be a totally different person today. But that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about the things that are happening to you right now, the negative circumstances that you do not want in your 3D reality right now, and the purpose they play in your manifestation. To reiterate a point I've made in previous videos, the 3D reality that you're currently experiencing is not a genie granting you wishes if you're worthy enough. It is simply a projection made up of all of your past thoughts. And if it's made of all your past thoughts, then any negative circumstances that you are currently experiencing are made up of your past thoughts. This isn't to say that if you suffer, it's somehow your fault or you brought it on yourself. But the things that you believe that you deserve, the things that you believe are possible to come to you, are what come to you. So what does thanking our negative circumstances have to do with this? Well, they're a very useful signpost to tell us where our thoughts have been. If there's something that you are experiencing right now, it means that your thoughts have been dwelling on that particular subject at some point in the past. If you are trying to manifest a specific person and there's a third party involved, at some point you have felt unworthy of attracting your specific person. You felt unlovable, not attractive. If you are trying to manifest a mansion and you're not living in your mansion, at some point along the line you have been thinking that money is hard to come by, success is hard to come by, prosperity is hard to come by, or maybe it's easy for other people but hard for you. Everything that you have been thinking about your manifestations up until this point have created the reality that you are living in now. So, when you're manifesting, affirmations and visualizations and other techniques like that that keep you focused on what you want are only part of the equation. You've got other things going on in your head that determine what is happening. Your background programming, your internal belief system. If you haven't recalibrated that for your new reality that you're hoping to achieve, it's going to throw a wrench in the works sometime. And when you see these negative circumstances popping up, say you have been affirming for an SP, a specific person, and it's been going pretty good, and suddenly now there is a third party in the picture. They just started dating and they look really happy. It's just asking you to stop and consider where your thoughts have been to create this situation. It's like your affirmations and your visualizations and other techniques are setting your GPS to Manifestation Town, and it's giving you the directions to Manifestation Town, and the negative circumstances that are popping up is just your GPS, beep, 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 you're off course. You've turned left onto my SP has a third party avenue, and that's not the way to get to Manifestation Town. You're going to need to turn around. That's all it is. It's not, the 3D is not judging you. It's not giving you hardship because it feels like you deserve it, because nobody deserves to suffer and nobody deserves hardship. But convincing yourself that these things are going to happen to you, or convincing yourself that these things should happen to you, keep them happening to you. So, how do we deal with the negative circumstances once we've identified them in our 3D reality? What we don't do is react to them, decide that they mean our manifestation isn't working, and throw up our hands and give up. That is what we do not do. This doesn't mean that you can't feel anything about them. It doesn't mean that you can't hurt over seeing a third party. You know, I'm not asking you to be a Vulcan and say, well, these circumstances have popped up in my reality and I don't really care for them, and reacting to them would be illogical. No, you don't have to do that. You're human. But what you don't do is allow the circumstances to have the power. You can be upset over something and still recognize that it has no power over you. You control your reality. The reality does not control you. So be as mad or as sad or as frustrated as you want to. But at the end of the day, say, no matter how sad or mad or frustrated I feel, I am still getting my manifestation. And the correct way to deal with those circumstances in your 3D reality is to look at them and say, now what is this showing about where my mind has been? It's giving you the chance to reverse engineer your reality. And this is why you be grateful for them, because they're showing you exactly what is going on in your mind. So you can look at the negative circumstance and ask yourself, what thoughts have I had coming up to this point that would have created this? And you have to be honest with yourself, because the only person who can control and is affected by your reality is you. I'm here in my reality, and my 3D is doing what my brain says, but over there in your reality, your 3D is doing what your brain says. And the only person who has control there is you. So be honest with yourself. Take a good, honest look at what you've actually been thinking that has created this. And then ask yourself, what could I be thinking instead to create what I do want? And I do just want to point out that as you get further into your manifestation journey, not reacting to the negative circumstances does actually come easier, because once you realize that you are in fact creating everything around you, it suddenly feels a lot less important, and something happens and you can just go, oh, my mind has been somewhere funky the last month or so. I'm going to get on top of those thoughts. And you don't really feel the negative circumstances as strongly. But if you do feel them, that's okay, as long as you don't give them your power. This is your reality. You have all the power and all the control. I hope you've learned a little bit about why you might want to thank your negative circumstances when they pop up in your reality. If you enjoyed this video, I'd be very grateful if you gave it a thumbs up to let me know that I'm on the right track. And if you enjoyed the video and you'd like to see more content like this, don't forget to subscribe so that you can be sure to not miss out on future videos. I'm very grateful to be a part of your manifestation journey, and remember, whatever it is that you want to manifest, it's all in your mind.